Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all folks in between, and welcome to another episode of Aunt Millicent's Cooking Show. Hey, y'all, welcome back to the show. Tonight we're going to be making a delicious dessert called applesauce cake. It's very simple, but it has a lot of little ingredients, so you're going to have to gather a lot of things together. I think you're going to love it. We're also going to be adding cream cheese frosting to the top of that, okay? I have something else I want to do on the show tonight, is I have a brand new apron to show off. I can't wait to show it to you. My producer made it for me. And we are in the process of thinking about opening an online shop where we could sell official Aunt Millicent merchandise. So if you're interested, please leave me a comment below if you might be interested in buying something. It's in the early processes right now. It's just ideas floating in my little head. We hope we can actually bring this to fruition. So let's get started on a cake and apron up. What do y'all think? It's pretty cool. It's got a great big pocket for great big girls like me. And you can put your great big toys in there, like your, Frontier knives and everything. And she gave me a ball that matches. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with it. Maybe these can go on the Aunt Millicent merchandise site. So I think I'll just throw it at you, okay? Okay, without further ado, let's blow through the ingredients, okay? You're going to need 2 1/4 cups of flour. Our flour's in our bug-proof container here, okay? You're going to need some baking soda. You're going to need some baking powder. You need 1 teaspoon of each of those, okay? You're going to need some salt, 3/4 of a teaspoon. You're going to need, here's where we get into the spices. You're going to need some cinnamon. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. You're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. And this one's an oddball, but we have to get some allspice. You're going to need 1/4 teaspoon of that, okay? And you're going to need 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. We haven't opened this yet. That's why it's not in a little baggie or a box, okay? And then you're going to need 1/2 cup of brown sugar, okay? Same thing, not opened yet, okay? And then you're going to need 2 eggs, which I forgot to get out. And then you're going to need 2 cups of applesauce, okay? This is roughly 2 cups. I think it's a little under, but it's okay, okay? And then we're going to need some vegetable oil to grease everything up. And you're going to need some teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now that gets our cake done, okay, the doughy part. So you're also going to have to make some icing. We're going to make it homemade. So go ahead, if you haven't already, get you some butter out. You're going to need 6 teaspoons of butter. That's really a little over 1/2 stick. So get those out and let them warm up for room temperature, okay, because you want them to be able to easily blend. You're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese, our good old favorite, okay? And you're going to go back and get the powdered sugar that I just showed you, and you're going to go get the vanilla extract I just showed you. And believe it or not, I think that's all, okay? So let's get started. Let's get straight to the dry ingredients. Get yourself a great big bowl, and we're going to mix a lot of stuff in there. So the first dry ingredient is going to go in. It's 2 cups of flour, okay? Actually 2 1/2, sorry. There we go. Next thing has got to go in is a teaspoon of baking soda. This guy right here is our baking soda. Here's our teaspoon. And I think I'm going to have to pour it out. Oops, I went over a little bit. That's okay. So there's our baking soda. And then we have to go for our baking powder, which is another teaspoon. Okay. Now we're going to focus on our spices. Okay. So, I forgot I need salt first. Okay, so let's do salt. I need 3 of these guys. This is 1/4 teaspoon, so I need 3/4 of those. Okay. So 1, 2, and finally 3. And now we're going to get our teaspoon of cinnamon. No, we need 2 of those. So 2 cinnamons. Here we go. This is my nice cinnamon. 1, 2. That's going to be our major flavor there, I guess, sort of, right? And then we're going to do a teaspoon of ground ginger. This is our ground ginger here. It smells kind of cool, okay? Then we're going to put in some 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. That's going to be this little guy. So this is the 1/2. Make sure it's right. Yep. So 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. And then we got a fourth of a teaspoon of allspice. So our allspice is this little guy here. I got to go back over here and get this little guy here. Okay, so not that much allspice. Okay, I think that's everything for dry for now. Now we're going to just mix all this up. So whatever you need to do, I'm just going to take a big fork and push it around there and mess it around. Okay, so do that, mix her up, and come back. Okay, y'all, get yourself another bowl, and we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, and we're going to add 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and we're going to add 2 eggs. Isn't that exciting? Sorry I left the eggs out of the video there, but I figure y'all know what an egg is by now, right? If you don't, you probably need to go back to the first cooking show, right? All right, so with this, I'm going to put it in my electric mixer. You can mix it by hand, or you can mix it with one of those little hand mixers. I don't have one of those. So what I'm going to do is mix it on the blender, and I'll be back. Okay, so you do that too. All right, we are ready to combine the ingredients all together now. So get your flour and spice mixture. Make yourself a little kind of a, I don't know, indent in it. And this is going to go in here, your applesauce and all that good stuff is going to go back in here. Okay, so let's put it in, and just go ahead and hand mix that. Okay, if you need to put it in the blender, I don't think you will, and get all that out. So I'm going to blend all this together and come back, and this is going to go in our cake pan. Okay, so catch up with it in a minute. We combined all the ingredients, and now we have this. It's a little lumpy, but that's actually okay. Okay, so don't worry if there's lumps in it. And this guy's going to go into our pre-prepared cake pan. So let's pour away. It should have a nice texture. It smells pretty good too. Oops, there's some flour that's not mixed in. So pour that in your cake pan, and we're going to go into the oven. Make sure you've preheated already. Okay, I told you to do that at the beginning of the show. I hope you follow directions. Just kidding. So put that in there, and what's going to happen is I'm going to put this in the oven, and then I'm going to meet you at the blender, and we're going to make the cream cheese icing. All right, so let's make this cream cheese recipe. I've actually made it before. There's our cream cheese, 8 ounces, and make sure you soften this before you put it in. It's going to work out considerably better, okay? So you need your cream cheese. You're going to need 6 ounces of butter. That's a 1/2 stick plus another 1/4 of a stick. And then what comes next is your vanilla extract. So you need a teaspoon of that. Let's put that guy in there. There we go. And then the massive amount of powdered sugar. It is 3 cups, y'all. That's one of the biggest measuring cups I have right there. So you're going to put 3 cups of that in there. Hopefully it'll all go. There we go. A little bit of stragglers there. Go ahead and thoroughly blend this, okay? I'm going to put it in my whisk for my KitchenAid, and we're going to go to town on this. So once you're done with getting it blended together, I'll show you what it looks like, but you're done with the icing. So let's get it started, okay? All right, this is the stuff right here. Really, really good. So this is our cream cheese frosting. There you go. I'm going to try it. How could I not try it? There you go. We need to put that aside. Make sure you get it all out of the whisk. And I'm going to put this on our cake. You probably need to let your cake cool before you put it on. So I'll catch up with it in that when the cake is done, okay? Okay, y'all, the cake is done. I pulled it out after about 40 minutes of baking. Looks good. Smells fantastic. And again, you can tell it's done if you can put a toothpick in the middle and pull it out. It's still not, it's not wet or anything. It's fully baked, okay? Now, I'll let this cool down for about an hour and a half or so. So, but don't start icing this before you let it cool down, okay? So go ahead and get your cream cheese icing now. And I'm going to go ahead and ice this cake. And I cannot wait to try it. And I think you're going to love it. And when I'm done icing it, I'll meet you in the dining room and we will dig in, okay? See you there. Okay, y'all, we made it to the dining room. And I can't wait to try this delicious applesauce cake. So let's get right to it. It looks like this, just so you know. And let's see how we're going here. That is nice. It's moist. It's got a spice flavor, sort of like carrot cake, but none of the stuff in it. And the cream cheese icing is perfect. No lie. I think you'll really enjoy this recipe. It's really easy. Some of the ingredients are a little extensive, but it's fantastic. Okay, so with that, I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it immensely, and I always enjoy doing this. Please leave comments for me. Please leave, please get subscriptions. Leave me some likes, whatever you like to do. I love hearing from anyone who wants to talk to me. And again, thank you, and bon appetit.